Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
This is not SpongeBob. Although I will admit, this is a really wholesome movie. Hey guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis Podcast.
Yes.
So yeah, today we finally sat down and decided, hey, let's watch Luca. And that's basically what we're going to talk about today. So this movie actually came out the same day as Wish Dragon, right?
I think so.
Which is crazy.
We're a week apart from each other.
But still, that's crazy.
I mean, not really.
But yeah, like both of them are really good though.
Competition.
Yeah, but still. So yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about Luca, but as always, give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more of our content. And, you know, we do these podcasts whenever we want to, so we don't really have a set schedule, at least for right now.
We don't have anything, like... We just do it whenever we want to, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we don't take shit from anybody.
Yeah. We just do what we want to do.
But yeah, we watched Luca. So, you want to give a little plot synopsis?
Basically, this takes place in Italy. It's basically about two best friends who meet each other for the first time. And then when they discover the city, they want to get a Vespa and be able to travel the world.
The Italian Riviera.
Okay, Italian Riviera.
Yeah.
But still Italy, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah, but here's the other thing we didn't mention. They're sea monsters. They're not even human, they're fucking sea monsters.
They're cute sea monsters.
But honestly, like... It's really cute.
I thought they were gonna go for, like, sea monsters, and they were gonna do, like, a... I thought they were gonna do a, when I first heard about it, I thought they were gonna do, like, a time period type thing. Like, yeah. I thought they were gonna do, like... I thought the sea monsters weren't really gonna be as cutely designed. I thought they were gonna be, like...
Ugly looking?
No, not ugly looking, but, like, you know, really big... Like, really, like, you know, the sea monsters that you would see.
Like in, like, the water horse and stuff.
Yes.
Stuff like that. But, before we talk about that, like, what do you think of the movie?
It's really cute.
And fucking wholesome as shit.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's wholesome. I think that we've been getting a lot more animated films that have to deal with...
Friendships.
More
than, like, actual romance.
And, you know, not having to go...
and seek out romance.
Not having to go out and seek out really much of anything.
It's just wholesome content.
It's normally, like... Animated films used to have a certain...
mold that they had
and, like, you know, characters and shit that they had to follow. And this one, I guess because it follows kids. And kids are going to be a lot more interested because they're children characters. And for some reason, a lot of animated films don't really follow children characters unless they're, like, the side characters. So, I think having the characters actually be children and not, like...
Full-grown adults,
or...
It gives us a little bit more of, like, an innocence to it.
Yeah.
That I'm happy that Pixar decided to do.
It makes more of the... It makes more of the environment, like, more than a character, than, like, you know, than trying to, like, focus so much on... They just let the characters breathe, pretty much what I was saying. And let the atmosphere speak for itself.
Yeah, because this movie is based off of the Italian Riviera, which is in Italy. So there's a lot of Italian references. There's a whole lot of pasta. And, like...
Pasta.
Well, anything like Italian. Mm-hmm. Along with a lot of fishing, a lot of, like, you know, stuff on the coast. Like, there's a lot of water in this.
What a great review. There's a lot of water. 10 out of 10.
What? Oh my gosh. Well, if you think about Italy has a lot of like canals and stuff in general. So you're going to see a lot of like ocean in Venice and stuff like that. So that's one of those things to where like you get to see for the first time in like a Pixar movie. I feel like they did a really good job with how they portrayed Italy in this. Like they made it just seem so natural and made it seem like so, you know, it showed like all the best parts about it, which I think is a good thing, especially when you're doing like a kids movie. And another thing I like to mention about this is like, I know it's not a gay film. However, you can kind of see where it could be. Like, here's the thing. I know it's not like a gay film and stuff like that. It has a couple elements. If they tweaked it a certain amount, I feel like it could be. However, I still think it's a good story about friendship, but you can kind of see a little hints of like how they could have made this movie gay.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's not like a
never
major.
Intended to be gay.
I know, but
I don't want
nice.
to. I don't want to like quote something that is like I don't want to quote something that is gay when someone's intentions were like, well, this was the intention.
Yeah, like that's why I'm saying like.
I think because of the fact that we don't have that much gayness for children out there, then we just probably wouldn't say, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay. Yeah. And I want to leave that for an actual gay film out there.
That's true. I'm just saying.
I mean, a lot of people are going to, well, because they're monsters, and that they have, like, you know, like, any type of friendship might be seen as a romantic one if you tweak it the right way.
That's what I'm saying. Like this.
Other than that, I think that this is a nice friendship.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I completely agree with you. Like, it's honestly a nice friendship. But if they tweaked it a certain amount, I can see why people would think it would be gay. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it is, because it's not. However, I can see where people would see that. You know what I mean? Because I consider this as like a wholesome friendship thing more than anything. But I'm just saying, you know, if they tweaked it a certain amount, it could be. But I'm not saying it is. So basically the whole plot is just about Luca and Alberto. Fuck. Both of them meet each other in the ocean, and then they end up going to the surface and learning about humans and stuff like that, and then they meet someone named Julia. Something I do like about this movie is the designs of like how they decide to do the sea monsters. I know like Pixar and Disney are really good when it comes to like designs and like movies and their animation and stuff, so I'm not really going to say much about it because we already know it's fucking amazing. But something about the designs of this is just kind of unique compared to like other films that have come out like in the recent years. I just feel like there's a lot more thought put into it.
It's not entirely realistic.
Yeah, it lets
Pixar
you have some fantasy
to do with humans, especially.
Yeah.
And with, like, you know, the backgrounds and stuff like that. It's not overly realistic.
But it's also, like,
in The
not
Good
too
Dinosaur.
cartoony.
It's not overly realistic, like in The Good Dinosaur, where it was so jarring that it was legit, like, distracting.
It's distracting to watch. Mm-hmm. But in this one, I feel like they have the fantasy elements enough to where it's not too cartoony, but not too realistic. I feel like it's like a good medium ground, which is a good thing. Especially like, I like that we're starting to get more wholesome films that are more about friendships and stuff like that. That just warms my Demi ass heart. And it's just nice. Like, it's fucking great.
It really is sweet.
Yeah, and that's something I do appreciate about this and all that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things to where I'm happy that we have a movie like this. I honestly am impressed at how good this movie was. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, and I thought that people were going to overhype this movie.
No, I didn't expect overhypeness.
Well, I thought, hype it to the point where it was just average, but
it
honestly,
is average.
It is, but
it is.
The hype of it is honestly, good. I think it's a good hype to where it doesn't overdo it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good amount of hype to where it doesn't overdo anything.
Well, I know what to expect now from movies, because I think that most people who go see movies are either critics or just, well, not most people, but I think people who are very interested in movies tend to overhype it in their head, or they're critics who watch hundreds of movies a year, and they can only, spend so much time with, analyzing certain movies and finding, the good and the bad and, the mediocre in them. And this is, I was not expecting much from Luca, because I've just kind of grown out of it myself, of just overhyping things in my head.
Yeah,
and I just kind of, just was like, okay, I'm here, and I'm watching the movie, and it was a perfectly sweet, cute, average movie.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those movies that I feel like you could casually watch with, a group of friends, kind of thing. That's, this kind of movie to me. And something else that I also want to point out is, I'm also happy we actually get to see, a mom who's, overprotective, but at the same time, she's willing to change her mind if she gets the right motivation to.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really mentioned in the film, so I didn't really pay attention to them that much.
I also like Julia's dad. I think he's a good parent, in a sense. I do wish one thing, though. I did wish we get to see, Julia's mom in this, along with, finding out what happened to Alberto's dad, because and spoiler warning, you don't really know what happens with him. But you can kind of assume it. He
could have died, or
he could have got killed by.
He could have got killed.
My theory is that he got killed by the fisherman.
He could have just sent his son away. I
don't know. It could be anything, but I do wish we at least got to find out why his dad left, and
I don't even know.
And also get to see Julia's mom, because the only glimpses of her you actually get to see is it literally in the end credits. And stuff like that. You don't see her in the actual film at all. You just see her in the end credits. Mm-hmm. But I will say one thing about this movie, though. This makes me want to get an art book of this movie if they have one. Because, oh my fucking gosh, the art is adorable. Holy shit. I haven't gotten an art book in so long. And this makes me want to get another one. I sometimes collect art books, but I don't have that many. I only have, I think, maybe 6. Mm-hmm. And they were just some of them are considered art books and some aren't. But I definitely want to get more, especially coming out of Wish Dragon and this movie. These last 2 movies that we've done podcasts on, I definitely want to get the art books for. And that's saying a lot for me, kind of thing. Because I only get art books of the best movies, in my opinion. Or at least I try to. I'm trying to still find a couple from movies I really like. But they're hard to find.
I just get art books that are
appealing to you,
and they had a long production. I want to see
what they did with it, and how they decided to do it, which is a good thing in my opinion, because I like art books, to see where they came from with it. One art book I definitely want to get. I want to get the second Steven Universe one that they have. I need to find it, but I can wait to deal with it. I may get it I don't know, sometime in the next couple months.
Luca. Luca.
Sorry. Anyway, got distracted. So what's something about this movie that you feel is a trope we've already seen, but you feel like they make it different enough to where it's refreshing?
Nothing really. I just find it cute and sweet. That's all I can really say about it, because it's all in the moment. I don't know if I'm gonna revisit it And
I probably would every now and then, just
probably,
to, like...
I mean, just to look at it, probably. Because it's nice, the character designs are nice, and they move really... They move...
Really well.
Well, yeah, I expect the character to move really well. It's just, the designs appeal to me, and
I would definitely draw
appeal to me.
I would definitely draw the sea monsters.
But I think that... I think it's good where it is. I don't think it was something that I did see theatrically.
Yeah, I'm glad they put it like on Disney Plus because it's like I feel like this is a good movie. This is a good movie to watch with your kids. This is a good kids movie, but it's also a good wholesome movie in general. If you like wholesome shit and you like wholesome friendships, you guys are gonna fucking love this. Along with, like, if you guys like, sea monsters and, fantasy kind of shit, then I think you would like this as well.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I feel like this is a good film to watch with, like, your kids or, like, a group of friends for, like, a sleepover. That's what I kind of think of when I see this movie. It's nice. It's just a nice, wholesome movie that doesn't go too in-depth and just is a casual watch. But it's a good casual watch, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And, like, another thing I will say about this movie... is that, like, I like that they actually have a female protagonist in this that doesn't want to be in a relationship or anything with, like, the main characters. They just want to be friends. And I like that aspect because, I'm happy that we actually get to see that because you're seeing nowadays...
Well, they're kids. Like,
I know they're kids, but still.
You expect that more from teenagers or adults. You don't really expect that from children.
I know, but still. I just think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because...
I mean, I didn't get that vibe from the trailer.
Me neither. Like, I didn't get from it either, but I'm happy that they decided to go that route anyway because... Gosh darn it, we need more fucking wholesome movies like this. I'm happy we're finally starting to get some more of them. Mm-hmm. Which is a good thing in my opinion because you kind of need some wholesome, especially after the last year or so. We need some wholesome shit. You know what I mean? Was this in a long production, by the way, or not really?
Not from its average production, 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, that's an average production.
Really?
We're an animated film.
That's crazy. Anyway, I don't really have too much else to say about it. What about you?
Me neither. It's cute. It's sweet. I think that
so I
the
guess
characters are fine.
One last thing I'll ask, and then we'll give our rating, because this is probably going to be like a shorter video of ours, but it's still like a review, because I wanted to do one about this, because that way we can have some kind of content to put out, because we still have Wish Dragon to upload and this. And depending on when... Season 2 of Owl House comes out, we are probably going to hopefully do that this month. If not, at least next month. Kind of thing. Something like that. But we still also plan on doing Space Jam. But I feel like it was nice to actually review this movie and Wish Dragon, in my opinion. I feel like they were really good. Both of them. So, do you have any more thoughts to say before we give our rating? Not really?
Not really.
Okay, so who wants to give the rating first?
I'll give it a solid, like 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah.
I guess what's something that they could have done differently? In your opinion?
I don't know. I don't...
it's just average.
It's just average. Yeah. It's average. It's good. It's really good.
For me...
It's just a chill movie to, watch.
That's true.
Probably only once, but,
Well, maybe twice. I could see me watching it a couple times, but, I don't know. But, something... Okay, so for me, I actually give this a solid 9. I give it a 9.
You really love it that much.
I think it's a good movie. It's not my favorite.
A 9 is really high. That's almost perfect.
Well, not almost perfect, but okay, maybe 8.5. That probably sounds more reasonable. Probably 8.5. But yeah, I'll give it an 8.5 actually.
Okay.
But this is probably one of my top 3 favorite Pixar movies that they've done in the last couple years. Because my favorite Pixar movies of all time in general is Inside Out and WALL-E. And if I have any other ones, I have to think about it. But those two definitely are my top 2. And I would consider this part of my top 3. To be honest with you. Like, I could consider this part of my top 3. But I don't know where I would put it yet. But I do know I like this movie enough to where I do consider it in my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Not not like the best movie out there, but it's pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something I could look back on in a couple years and just see, you know, how they did it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess that's really all we have to say about this movie. It's a bit of a shorter podcast, but I feel like I'm glad we did a review on this because I feel like this is one of those movies to where, you know, we need to see. I thought we should just see it just to see, like, you know, how good it is because everyone's been kind of hyping it a little bit, so it piqued my interest to see it. And I'm happy we did. What about you?
Same.
But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the podcast. Bit of a shorter one, but I can live with that. What about you? Sometimes we need like the short and sweet podcast. So yeah, that's the end of it, guys. We'll keep you guys updated on when our next podcast is going to be. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be on the lookout for more podcasts coming up. And I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.